Okay, today's the day. We officially make this video. This video, man, I have been wanting to make this video for so long, and it is finally time. Wow. I remember this story starting out in a small office in the theater building of my college. A professor is laying out my options in front of me for the upcoming summer. I remember being nervous because this specific professor's class I was in, I had pretty bad grades. So there was just this general awkwardness. I've always struggled to make eye contact, so I'm looking around in his office and I just distinctly remember large piles of paper on the desk and the couch. He tells me about the summer school offerings and the internship requirement. The school can help me find an internship, or I can find one myself and present it to them. The one he had on his desk at the moment was to work at a vineyard down the road, probably to run their Twitter account or their Facebook ads or something. I asked for some time to try and find something because I felt that I maybe could find something a little bit better and more up my alley. Leaving his office, I really had no ideas. I did know what this meant though. It meant getting a real job, and that would mean I would have to stop the daily vlog. At the time, the daily vlog was something that I had been creating every single day for the past 2.5 years. At the time, the daily vlog total was about 3 years. Every single day. I'm not even sure what the end goal really was, but I just kept doing it. There was this overwhelm of sadness that this was finally gonna have to end. I did though dive into deep thought about what my next step was gonna be. When I was in high school and I needed a job, I found a local florist who I knew who needed an extra hand. When I knew leaving high school with horrible grades was really not gonna set me up for success, I started a daily vlog to just make something of my life. And when I got rejected from all of the colleges I applied to, I found a community college that I could go to and give myself some time to figure it out. And then I found an actual college that would take me 3 days before it started. But that's a whole different story. I knew I could find a way to make this work. I knew I could find something for me to do. I just had to figure it out. The idea came later that night in the pub, our college's little restaurant. If there was any internship that I should have, it should be making YouTube videos. That's all I knew how to do. I scoured Google and LinkedIn for YouTube video jobs, but at the time that just really wasn't a thing. But I did have this one kind of Hail Mary idea. A few years before, I was working for a florist at an event on Kent Island, of all places. We walk into the main hall after setting up flowers in another room to a lady on the top of a ladder taking photos. As we walk in, Sarah yells, "Natalie, what are you doing?" In a totally joking manner. Natalie comes down the ladder. Sarah introduces me as her video wizard because I had a camera or maybe like posted on Instagram. Again, we're like kind of before social was truly as big as it is now. I just liked social media, so that's kind of what I helped Sarah do, as well as carrying stuff and being tall. Being tall was probably my main job. Leaving the conversation though, I distinctly remember Sarah telling me, "Kent, that is Natalie, and that is the best photographer in Maryland." That was a pretty cool accolade, and that really stuck with me. Over the summer, we would bump into each other at random events here and there, briefly chat, but we were working, so nothing really deep. Skip forward a few years, episode around 620 or something like that. I'm visiting Maryland and I shoot Natalie a direct message on Instagram, asking if she was using, I think, Snapchat. She tells me to come by her new office where she had recently started this really cool, let old Kent explain this. Previously on Kent Heckle's video blog, I need to leave right about now to head to Annapolis to go visit some friends who run this business called the Rising Tide Society. You may have heard of it. It's this insanely popular Facebook group. They're really popular in the creative industry, and they asked me to come over and talk to them about I don't know, what I do and then my ideas with social media. And I am so honored and this is so cool. But the thing is, they wanted to talk to me and I look up to them and I want to talk to them. That's the best part about this is no one's doing it right. Everyone's doing it their own way. Speaking of social media, and we can all just fit and commingle and work together. Let's go, shall we? I show up and we chatted for hours. This mutual respect was built and this friendship was built. I remember making jokes on the way out about someday them starting a YouTube channel. Looking back, it's almost too perfect of an origin story. Two people relentlessly chasing their dreams. Natalie starting Rising Tide Society, me doing my YouTube thing, meeting up to share stories, share encouragement, and just kind of build a foundation of respect. I thought it was amazing. So now I'm back at college, sitting at the pub across from Jamie. We mentioned the idea, what if I made Natalie's vlog? What if that was my internship? There's no way it would work, but what if? The next day, I think it was the morning, I shot her a DM, and to my surprise, she responded, yes. At least I think so. Unfortunately, these DMs have been lost to time. Over the next few weeks, we worked out the details and set up a plan. I flew out to San Francisco and got right to work.
I don't think I could not have been any later to this flight. Oh my God.
Natalie began teaching, either in an Uber, on a plane, after a meeting, on the way to the next meeting. I just filmed everything. Then the next day, I would edit it into a vlog. Natalie taught me how to use lenses, how to shoot in manual, how to color footage, how to match her brand, never to shoot from a low angle.
Also, dude.
Always lock focus on the eyeballs, introduce the location before moving into talking, but the learnings weren't always so tangible. She taught me how to listen, how to truly hear somebody, how to speak to others, to let them know that you care, how to believe in yourself, how to believe in others, and most importantly, why everybody, and I mean everyone with an underline, belongs. See, Natalie rose up as a photographer in a different time. Some other photographers were nice and helped her along the way, and some others didn't. Some kept their hand over their paper and never shared notes. The only way for her to learn as she went up was to do it herself and keep fighting for herself. What would you do if you went to work and you couldn't ask a single question? I feel like I'm in a really similar boat being a YouTube video editor. Nobody taught me how to do what I do now. No one showed me the ropes. No one told me how much they charged or how long things took. Everyone was hand over their paper, and most people paywalled that information. But when Natalie got to the top, she noticed that something wasn't right. She felt alone. She recalled sitting in a dark room, just lit by her laptop, crying. Crying because she was alone. But she knew it could be different, so she changed it. For thousands and thousands of creatives all around the world, she taught them to share, to build each other up, to rise together. And every day, as I followed her with my camera, I captured her living that vision. Every single day. That's how I learned. It was barely ever Natalie laying something in black and white. It was always by example. That's what made Natalie so special and so amazing at doing this. This is truly just who she was. So this is where the greatest adventure of my entire life began. We would travel to visit these communities that she had started all over the country, speaking, learning, and listening. At one point, we literally drove from Maryland to Utah. We flew to Vegas for half a day one time, visited Austin, Jacksonville, Phoenix, Tahoe, New Orleans, Chicago. I swear I lived out of a suitcase for this entire summer. It was spectacular. Natalie helped me get my first real job, working for the company that she worked for. I had to quit my internship 2 weeks after starting.
What are we celebrating right now?
Yay! Kickstarter!
Yeah!
Officially. He's no longer our intern.
Not only did she champion an entire community of thousands of people to follow their dream, but she championed me to follow my dream.
Kent, you weren't here yesterday. We didn't film a vlog. Why was that?
Well, I shot my first TV commercial. She knew that I wanted to make YouTube videos, So not only did she allow me to keep doing that, but she encouraged the hell out of me to never stop. When I joined their company, I was 20 years old, and I was the youngest person there by 5 or 6 years. I couldn't even go out with the coworkers after work, but she taught me to take that energy and turn it into passion, to arrive to work every single day prepared to do what I had to do to create and keep doing what I wanted to do. She believed in me when even I felt like this was impossible, and to just absolutely never give up, no matter what the obstacle felt like in front of me. I remember some days at work arriving scared, arriving with the largest amount of imposter syndrome in the world. How am I supposed to speak to a room full of unbelievably qualified people when I was literally supposed to be the intern, and now I'm making videos for this whole thing? It was terrifying, but without Natalie encouraging me and telling me I could do it and believing in me, I wouldn't have made it through, even if I had no clue the outcome, because that's what makes a life worth living. Natalie taught me that, and she proved it to me every day by her own actions, and her actions are what inspired me to keep going with mine. And that is the sole reason I'm able to wake up every day and continue moving forward with what I'm doing now. I help those around me because the people before wouldn't help me. I don't want anyone to feel like how I felt. Care for those around me, care for those I know, and make them feel truly welcome. This right here may be the most important thing I learned from Natalie along the way. Share. I talked about this briefly earlier, but I went through a similar journey as Natalie starting up my current business. I make YouTube videos for YouTubers, and when I wanted to start doing this, absolutely nobody would help me. The few people that I could find that even did what I was doing wouldn't talk to me, or they would try and sell me the information. That's not how I work. Natalie taught me better. If you have success and you bring others along with you, then when they have success, they will bring you too. I have met many video editors along the way and have shared every single thing that I could, and definitely too much. If I learn something amazing, I want everyone around me to know it too. If I go, we go. It's amazing to feel like you did something great, but it is almost just as good, if not better, to see a friend do it. We are better together, and we need each other. Because if I keep doing my thing, I'm just gonna sit in this room alone forever. But if I can help all the other people that are also in their room alone, then we can do it together, and we can do it better. I'm telling you all of this because, one, it's truly one of the greatest stories of my entire life, and two, because Natalie wrote a book. To be fully honest, I'm only 2 chapters in as of recording this video, but when I'm done reading this book, you can expect a full book report as if I'm in 6th grade right here on this YouTube channel. I'm not kidding. I got to make the launch and the promo video for this book. I love it. I'd love if you would check it out. I highly recommend this book because I highly, highly recommend this person. This is a person I deeply vouch for. Not because they told me to, but because I know. I've just seen Natalie work, seen Natalie exist. I've seen Natalie speak probably 100 times. And I believe in this person because she cares. She cares about people. And that's invaluable. This is my best friend and one of the people who I believe in most in this world. Truly. I always listen to what Natalie has to say. Natalie, thank you for everything. You really, in a way, handed me an entire career. I couldn't be the person that I am without you today. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so proud of you. You really did it. You really did it. We have been talking about this. Not built to belong, but just big ideas for years. And to see you accomplish a big idea inspires me to do the same. Check out my best friend Natalie's book, Built to Belong. I just can't recommend it enough. Thank you guys so much for watching. finish that heart, follow your dreams, and I will see you in a video next Wednesday. Bye.